Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, tell him, bro.
Yeah. I'm staring in the mirror at the only one I trust. Been down on my luck, so when you see me now I'm up. I'm fresh up out that mud, I'm a diamond in the rough. So when you see me shining now, know it's anything but luck. I'm looking in the mirror at the only one I with. I've been held me down, so when you see me now I'm up. I'm fresh up out that mud, I'm a diamond in the rough. So when you see me shining now, know it's anything but luck. It's anything but
diamond in the rough, yeah, we had it tough, yeah, we had the pressure and the pressure done its stuff. Oh, I'm not flexing when I'm brushing off the dust, no. All this pain and the tears made my shoulders rust. In this life, gotta do what you must, build your value up, gotta earn trust, avoid fuss. Maybe you don't know the facts, you don't know enough. You can judge me all you want, cause every day I send love. Every day I do me, makes me wanna see you, makes me wanna see more, makes me wanna see through. Maybe we become one, maybe this is the thing. There's an energy and flavor to the things that you bring to the table, any way you're able. Real work turns into gold when you're stable. Now life feels sweet like syrup, like maple. Wouldn't change a thing about my past to stay grateful.
I'm staring in the mirror at the only one I trust. Been down on my luck, so when you see me now I'm up. I'm fresh up out that mud, I'm a diamond in the rough. So when you see me shining now, know it's anything but luck. I'm looking in the mirror at the only one I with. I've been held me down, so when you see me now I'm up. I'm fresh up out that mud, I'm a diamond in the rough. So when you see me shining now, know it's anything but luck. It's anything but luck now. I'm busy doing me, I'm out their range, I'm out of reach now. Almost let it drown, but they found me off the freestyle. Product of that ground, you seeing her eye me down. She wanna vibe, trying to see if she can slide. It's in the green now, it's snakes from my past. They look at me where I'm at, thinking they can hit my line, and I'ma help them on their feet now. I had a few I looked up to, they showing different shades. They might have blocked a couple rays, but now they watching my beam down. I struggle to open doors to places that come to life if I step inside. I learned to cut the keys down. Got it locked, this demon stirring the pot with pretty faces and plots that try to knock me off my feet now. No new friends, I had so many hit my line for the freebie, but if you see me out, you gotta pay the fee now. All these things you never cared to see me for is what I let the world see now. I'm staring in the mirror at the only one I trust. Been down on my luck, so when you see me now I'm up. I'm fresh up out that mud, I'm a diamond in the rough. So when you see me shining now, know it's anything but luck. I'm looking in the mirror at the only one I with. I've been held me down, so when you see me now I'm up. I'm fresh up out that mud, I'm a diamond in the rough. So when you see me shining now, know it's anything but luck. It's anything but luck now.
You physically couldn't hold me, I don't care if you pushing 40. You can never little bro me. Euro step like Ginobili, from young OG to the OG. From nosebleeds to floor seats, circle stronger than Cuban links. My gold dance, your gold plated. You verse me, now that's a reach. We ready, who ready? We ready, who ready? Who? We ready, who ready, who? We ready, who ready? We ready, been ready, I waited, my turn, on God, held steady. I keep dropping back to back, I keep going if you let me. I've been sitting at the top, looking down at those who left me. Promise I'm not being petty, I'm the one they envy. Brody moving state to state, make $1 million out the semi. Plus I grinded from the start, I was stacking pennies, I might dip like Machiavelli. After the confetti, who ready? We ready, who ready? We ready, who ready? Who? We ready? Who ready? Who? We ready? Not fake, never been fraud. Been great, still a little flawed. Always need sign when they call. Order up a drink while I'm sitting at the bar. Like, I need a strong tail, Nico make two. Honey Jack with a little bit of juice. CYA throwing up the dose. I'm all in. I try to get some peace, that's all I need. I try to get some peace, that's all I need. My phone right back on DnD. Lately my phone on DnD.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl T.
And everybody know it's Pretty Timmy on a nice, warm Saturday night. Oh, it's Sunday night.
It's Saturday.
It could be. But anyway,
it ain't
hello, everybody. Hello.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming in this evening tonight on Drinks and Deliberation. Matter of fact, what is everybody need to have a glass in their hand. I don't care what you sipping. It ain't got to be alcohol. What you sipping. You're going to need to put it in the comments. And when I bring my guests on, I need them to let me know what they sipping on. I don't care if it's just water. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Or Pedialyte, whatever it is. Tell me what you're sipping.
Oh, yeah.
But thanks for coming for Drinks and Deliberation, also known as DnD. Put those phones on silent or do not disturb. And tonight our subject is about what men want and what women want. And we all know it's something a little different. It's some different little needs, different little wants. Some people think wants and needs are different. But for some reason, some people just can't seem to get it right. And then some people do get it right. And some people just get it half right. But tonight, we're just going to have a couple of folks on the panel and see what their insight is to this actual subject. So I'm going to bring in my guests. Hold on one second. Let me bring my guests, and then I will get us into the comments. So first up, we got, hold on, because I want to make sure you get to the right bubble, Lenora. I got Lenora and Aliyah from Love and Live Show, Love and Live Show. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing today?
All right. Thank you so much for coming this evening, being up
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Yes.
All right. Let me tell you, I listen to y'all. Usually I catch y'all live when I'm on my way from work. And usually that's when I'm listening and so forth. And I know y'all play the game sometime. And if I do the game, it's because I'm actually sitting somewhere.
Okay.
I think I love those unscrabble word games.
Yeah.
I love those a lot. And I thank you for taking some time out to be on the panel this evening.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you for having us.
We sure do. We appreciate it.
Well, I love the conversations that y'all have. And a lot of times I be wanting to say a lot more, but I be driving. Sometimes I just can't get in comments and say too much. But I said, you know what? This will be a topic I could see with Nora and Aliyah in here. Definitely. So thank you for coming in. I'm going to bring in the rest of the guests. All right. And we got Wanston and Leo with House of X in the building. Hey.
My favorite two entertainers.
Hola.
Hey, hola. ¿Cómo está?
Ven with the key.
Hey, I like your shirts.
Thank you.
Man, it kind of look like my shirt.
Make it a Pretty Timmy moment.
Yeah.
There you go. Make it a Pretty Timmy moment. You can't go wrong with that.
All right, let's bring in the rest of the guests here. All right, we got, where'd she go? There she go. It's Shanae with Nae's Nutritional Nuggets. Hey, Shanae, how you doing tonight?
What up, Queen? Are you gonna act right tonight?
When I was talking. I'm doing good. How are y'all? Don't start your stuff.
Oh God.
Ooh. I just realized.
Look, he already started with you, Shanae.
Now,
that I'm good.
But I'm gonna just say this. That internet is helping you out because it just had your mouth wide open. Just like that. Woo.
You already know we're gonna mess with you because your internet keeps buffering.
I know all night long.
Okay.
It's all good.
See that? I'm gonna turn the quality on the video down. I think I did that and it messed it up.
All right.
Fix it.
We can hear you though. All right, let me bring in Angela from Jania's Sweet Boutique. How you doing, Angela?
Hey everybody.
I like your fresh new pad you got in the background.
Yeah. Make money.
All right, when you doing a house party.
So
all right. How you doing this evening?
I'm good. Hi everybody. Shanae, I got your back.
Anime.
Don't start. Don't start.
Thank you.
We already know you're starting. So
somebody got
Lenora and Elias, you can see some of us are very acquainted with each other. So there might be a little more conversations going on than the subject of the conversation, but that's just how we roll. So just know that.
Y'all in for a treat.
Yeah, well, I thank everyone for coming this evening. I'm pretty sure this will be a hot topic. People talk about it all the time. I don't know if folks just can't get it right. Maybe it wasn't meant to get it right. But let me go ahead and welcome those in the audience here. One, we want to thank House of X Entertainment for being a 4-month membership member. Thank you very much for supporting House of X, Swanston and Leo. We got Tasha Harris in the house. She would normally be on the live, but she got caught up in some stuff, so she is in the chat.
No.
Hey, Natasha Harris, how you doing this evening? All right. We got Carnival Cruise Addicts. Hey, Liz, how you doing? You up late tonight. Is Chris asleep or is Chris up as well? Thank you for being a member and supporting. And thank you so much for the super chat. Now, you know I got to play the super chat music, don't you? Got to play the super chat music. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Liz.
Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine, going up, need no decline. Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine, going up, need no decline. Yeah.
Thank you, Liz and Chris, for that super chat. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you for being a supporting member. All right, Cruise Addict said they are ready. All right, you see, Carnival Cruise Addict says, you know it's vodka here. That's what she's sipping on. All right, then. All right, this said sausage. You know what, Liz? You starting already. No sausage. Sausage is not the answer to everything. I don't care what Scott says. Although I would love it to be the answer to everything. And in some people's cases in their relationship, sausage is the answer to everything. But it is not right now. So, oh gosh. Oh, big mouth, Lord.
Sausage don't pay no bills. You cannot send a payment to the IRS with sausage.
If you sell it, you can.
I don't care if you sell it. You know what IRS gonna say?
No, you sell it to get the money to make the IRS happy.
Too much work. Too much work.
I know it's too much work, but that's the whole thing. That's it makes work. That's what it's supposed to be.
Just money.
Okay. Well, anyway. Well, this evening we're gonna start off. Of course, we're gonna start off with what men want. We're gonna let the men go first. Like we're gonna talk about the men's wants first. Just because, let me see how many of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, we even numbered today. Okay, what men want. So we're gonna start off with that. So I'm gonna play a little clip just to get us started, and then I just want the feedback. It's really from everybody, but then I want the men to go first. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me bring up the little clip. Let's see here. Which one am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna do this one. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Ladies, men are not complicated at all. I mean, at all. Men only want about 5 things. If you could provide those 5 things on a constant basis, that man will never leave. Number 1, a man wants gratitude. Number 2, loyalty. I want you to be for me. I want you to ride for me. I want you to always be on my side. I should never look at you and question whose side you on. Sex. Every man loves sex, man. Number 4, understanding. Understanding the fact that I ain't gonna always get it right. I'm trying to figure it out. I love you enough to try to figure it out. All I ask is grace in that regard. And number 5, attention to detail. Men love attention, bro. It rubs us the wrong way when y'all attention is not on us, bro. Like, don't walk in the crib talking on the phone to your own girls. You ain't greeted your man yet. Like, wrap that call up before you walk in.
Okay. So that's what I got one more to add to that. Hold on.
What are the things that men need most from women in general?
Support, and let me add to support by saying a belief in that man. We need a woman that believes in us, that kind of reveres us, so to speak, has that respect for us and views us in a great light. As men, we're gonna have moments where we may question ourselves, we may feel down, and if that woman that we're with can't pour into us in that way, in that moment, with a genuine energy of I believe in you, I support you, I love you, that's gonna be tough to deal with.
All right. So those are just a few clips that I felt could resonate with a variety of men and things that we all can relate to. So based on that and hearing from the men, do you agree, disagree, and what's your input? And if you do agree, why? And if you don't agree, why not? And we're going to start off with Elias.
All right. I'm gonna have to say, well, all of those. I mean, I feel like I agree. I mean, they kind of broke it down in real simple ways for you to understand. But I mean, everything from top to bottom. I think again, the big emphasis on like the support and what he was saying with that. I think it was a good breakdown. Everybody, well, not everybody. Every man, I feel, wants to be kind of uplifted, by their partner. That's what they are looking for. They're looking for someone to be there for them or, help them even when things are not looking the best, or, pour into them or believe in them when everybody else might be doubting them or in disbelief or whatever it may be. But I feel like, I had to wholeheartedly agree with the sentiments that they were saying in those messages.
All right. Leo, Monster.
You want to go first? You want me to go first? No, I agree with what she played. You definitely want to be loved, supported, respected, loyalty, all of that.
Same here, but I have to add my 2 cents because
not you got 2 cents, bitch.
Because a lot of times, society have men where they're not supposed to be oversensitive or over affectionate, or they're not supposed to have feelings. So sometimes we have to think that men does have a tender side. Men does want things, and they're not always supposed to be the provider. Sometimes they need somebody to listen to them. Sometimes they might need somebody to at least comfort them.
Okay. So TJ, wait, Leo. Well, Leo answered. Did you want to add to that, Leo?
I said what I needed to say.
Okay then.
But I mean, men do like attention because I love attention. Keep
know
that. Okay.
We know that. We know that. You know what's funny? You a Pisces, but you act like a Leo.
That's because I've been hanging out with him too much.
Yeah. Yeah. TJ.
Now I'm gonna break it down to you. I agree with the brother what he said. You know what I'm saying? But he could have went a little more in depth of what he was saying. See, I live off the king concept. I'm gonna be the king, and I'm gonna make sure she's treated as the queen. So as long as I put her at a higher place and a higher plane than me, even though I'm the king, all that positive energy, she's gonna reciprocate down to me. So I don't feel that I have to worry about whether or not I'm gonna get the attention. I don't feel I have to worry about that. I'm gonna get the sex, the gratitude, or nothing. I believe treat them like they want to be treated, and it shall return to you. If you got the right person in your life, if you got a 2 and you trying to claim that they are a 10, then it's not gonna be reciprocated. If you got basically, if you are a king and you got a chambermaid, or what they call that?
What do you mean?
Community. What was
Lord,
that? Community.
Oh gosh, here we go with
Yes,
that.
that community.
Community trade.
Community trade. You know whether or not you got a queen or community trade. So if that's the case, then like I'm saying, everything's going to be reciprocated down, and I believe in that. So I believe in uplifting to receive my reward. I don't have no complaints.
Okay, so ladies on the panel, so you heard what the men said. Now I want to touch on what Wanston brought out in terms of how society sort of feels like a man can't be sensitive or can't show emotions. Like they're supposed to just be hard, no crying, no, you just suck it up and keep going, because that's just what I guess the term of masculinity is supposed to be, when in reality, everyone has emotions and feelings, and everyone needs those things catered to. What are you all's thoughts about men who do show emotions or their feelings or their sensitivity in their day-to-day? What are your thoughts about that? Lenora?
I'm great with men showing their sensitive side and everything. I feel like it's hard for a man to show a sensitive side when they don't have a woman that is going to, I don't want to say the word support, but basically won't throw it back up in his face. So if he's going to show me his sensitive side, when I get mad at him, I can't be talking about, well, you're a punk, or you weak, or you did that because you cried, or then he will never show it because he got society already weighing him down on that situation. But I feel like a man should be able to show that, and as me being his woman, I should make it comfortable for him to do it with me. It ain't meant for everybody else. I think it's meant for me.
Right. Agreed. What are your thoughts, Angela?
I agree. Let them show them their feminine side, but just don't turn out to be an old punk when you do it again. But at the end of the day, you have to
mean by that?
Well, I mean, you showing your feminine side, yes. But when it comes down to it, don't be no punk and just be. But I'll be there to support you.
See.
Because sometimes just your feminine side, then you be like, okay, what's wrong with that? Nothing to be wrong with that, but because I'm gonna support you, whatever you crying over. But at the end of the day, you should be able to still lift me up. Don't come into
so what you're saying is don't let it be where they're not able to do what your man do just because he has some emotions or feelings. Is basically what you're saying. Okay, I got you. So in other words, you can be like, okay, you know what? I know I feel upset. Maybe I don't know. I'm trying to think of a situation that of course, everybody would cry if someone died. Everybody would cry if
not everybody. People with feelings.
I said what I'm saying is it's a natural thing for anybody to do. I'm not saying that there are people who do not have the ability to have certain emotions. And so yes, exactly. There are people who won't cry when people die because that's just not what they're probably accustomed to, or maybe they were told not to do it, or maybe things happen to them to make them not want to do it. But in terms of it, what you're saying is be sensitive as a man, but at the end of the day, I still need you to protect me. I still expect the manly things of you to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shanae?
I agree. Stop looking at me like that. I want you to show the emotion, because That's how we know you're human. You care. I don't see anything wrong with that. Wait, we reached the time limit, so I can say how I want to say it.
Now, Queen, you go ahead and put it out, but
put it
we
out
know
there.
you are. We know you have been known to cut a king every now and then.
I don't want no dick.
We know you've been known
I
to
don't
cut
want
a
no
king
dick.
every now
That's
and
what
then.
I'm saying. Have your emotions, but I'm gonna need your man part.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need your man parts to still be intact. You can show emotion and still be manly, but there's also emotion. And I feel like, do we trade lady parts? Like, do you have what I have and I got what you got? Grab a handful, and it's because when you show emotion, it's one thing to show emotion and to be emotional.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna be honest, I can't deal with anybody, male or female, that leads with their emotions all the time. Get out your damn feelings. Because there's being emotional, and then there's like you living with your stuff on your sleeve all the time. And that's not okay. Because I feel like in the wrong moment, something's gonna happen and you're gonna bitch out on me when I need you to be a man.
That part.
It reminded me of a comedian said something about that song Ralph Tresvant said about you need a man with sensitivity. And he said, well, what if somebody break in your house and your man's sensitive? You know, like who going
Don't need
out
no
there
pump.
with the gun?
Right.
You know, that
No
sort
pump.
of thing. So,
That's
you
true.
know, so I guess that's what you
Why
saying.
you
Okay,
hiding
look,
behind me? Talking about, babe, you get him.
no,
Right.
no, don't think so. Don't think so. You know, let's see what they got to say in the comments. Hold on a second here. Oh, T Finity has joined. She's now a member. She said that now that she's a member, she can be nosy. You know what? Okay. Liz said, mm-hmm. She said, yeah, so she said men are meow meows. What okay, Liz, you're gonna have to put in there, what do you mean by meow meows? What do you mean by men are meow meows? I'm gonna need you to put that in the comments right now.
She put that cat up there. You know what that means.
I don't know. Oh, okay. That's the appropriate way of being inappropriate. You can say men are pussies. It's okay. It's okay, Liz. It's okay. It's after dark. It's 10:30. We good. There should nobody be up here who can't handle the conversation. That's the whole point of this being a membership live. Okay, so say what you need to say.
That's a file. That's a file. Just letting you know, that's a file.
Well, but before I do that, just out of respect for the new member, let me play them their membership.
Come in, keep it in, come in.
Thank you so much, T Finity, for becoming a member. Thank you for your support. So basically, Liz saying men are pussies. So until she elaborates, that's a thought right now. But I'm curious to hear why she feel that they are. And then we got Team Reese in here. Hey, Team Reese, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for your support. She said, just supporting my parents any way I can. Well, thank you so much, baby. All right. Hey, is this Key, Ray, or both of you? But hello, how are you this evening? All right. Oh, we got Erica is in the building. She's provided a super chat. Thank you so much, Erica. I'll play the super chat in a moment, but let me get back to this conversation here. In reference to the emotions, I think that everyone should be allowed to express whatever they're feeling at the moment. And I think there's a time and a place for everything, of course, right? But I do feel that everybody at some point should release whatever that tension, their emotions, or whatever is, whether you're a male or female, man or woman. And I think that because society puts this thing where women are feminine, and really, to be honest with you, society looks at women like we're supposed to be weak of the two, and weak in how? Now, physical, maybe, right? But in terms of humanity, we are the same. Meaning we have the same emotions, we have a heart, we have feelings. And when you don't express those feelings, those emotions come out in other ways that may not always be conducive to the relationship, right? Regardless of what that relationship is, your marriage, whether it's just your significant other, whether it's your family member, your parents, your children, whatever, all those emotions get pinned up and you end up expressing that emotion some other kind of way that may not have anything to do with what's going on at the moment, but all to do with maybe something that you kept pent up for so long and it impacts others. So in terms of the sensitivity part, I do believe in understanding. Now let's get on this reverence part, like feeling like we should provide support, meaning say, to say that, like, you got it, you can do this, baby, let's do this, and so forth, because you all feel like, okay, I'm not going to get it right all the time, right? And I do know that when you're married is a little different than when you're not married or single. When you're single is because the things that person does is going to impact the whole, right? So ladies, when that happens, then do we really allow them to make mistakes? If we really want to be honest with ourselves.
Depending on the mistake.
Okay.
Anime, I need you to calm down.
What do you mean calm down?
Oh, she sounds like she a straight up man hater.
Oh, you hush. Be quiet. She giving her opinion of her experiences and how she feel about it.
Sound like she just has some community trait and she trying to lash out.
What? Anyway, go ahead, Angela. Give me an example.
Let's see. I can't give an example.
See, I told you.
See what?
See, if you stop dealing with the community trait, then you can have you got to get a king. You got to get a king. I told you cannot get a chambermaid and somebody or a pauper and make them a king. If they're not a king, they already
have to come in as a king.
You ain't got time to be making nobody look cool.
Exactly. They gotta come in as a king.
Too old. I'm not building no man.
There ain't no training process.
His mother's job. That was his mother's job.
Why
I ain't building no damn man. You come to train. That part.
Are you putting your hand up as in
it should be already been stated already,
so you can talk?
Okay.
He's been wanting to talk for a minute. I told him not to say anything and be quiet, but go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is where, like I said, society. Now, you can't say you're going to build a man up or a woman is going to build vice versa. No, I don't agree with that. And two, I don't agree with not having a man let his feelings out or you being his support system. I don't agree with that, because when a man is there to be your support system when you're down and you need your time to cry, he's there. But when he need his time to cry and get his stuff out, you might not know what it is. You're supposed to be that backbone for him. It's not about being pussy. It's either you're going to be the ride or die or not.
Oh, it's pussy or not.
So
that's what I'm talking about. They stay entertained.
A lot of men go to jail, a lot of men cheat, and a lot of men have second women. Ooh. But then you can't focus your relationships on past experiences. You cannot. It will never build.
Being black is hard, okay, in America.
So I have to be devil's advocate when it comes to this, because you can't. In this situation, when it comes what a man wants, either you're gonna be the ride or die or you not. Because what if that person lost their mother? What if they lost their best friend before they met you? What are you gonna do? or they could have lost a job, child.
What you gonna do with no job, man?
And then they be like, "What if she can't be there for me? Then, like, she can't understand." And I'm riding down for her. I'm doing all of this for her. I'm doing all of this for him, and he can't understand. Like, how do you think they're gonna feel? So you can't have that one mindset. Oh, he better get out of his feelings. I need my nails done. I need my hair done. I need my condo. Like, are you crazy?
I pray everybody has a good evening tonight because this is gonna go left. I already see it.
Are you crazy?
I don't know why y'all got this topic on it. I need a shout out.
You have to get out of that society mindset, or you always gonna be single.
So
You heard that?
no.
You heard that anyway?
And what? I'm a support and backbone. Don't go there. I'm gonna support you. But how long is this whining gonna last?
It doesn't matter how long
Making the game, coach.
gonna last. It doesn't matter how long the whining is gonna
So wait
last.
a minute.
The fact that you're gonna be supportive.
I am gonna be supportive. That's why we
Is
work
that
together.
milkshake
That's
or
why we're a
popcorn?
team.
It doesn't. Okay, for instance, if you were married, right, and your
That's
husband,
popcorn.
if you were
That's
married,
popcorn.
or your spouse was
That's
going,
after she done put that popcorn.
right, and they need time, then okay, fine. There's different phases. Okay, if you can't get through this with just us, then you need counseling. We need to go to therapy. There's different things to go through that, but it's different if you're a boyfriend and y'all started dating or whatever. It's still support. Either you ride or die, or you decide to pack up the shit.
This is a beautiful panel.
That's true. It's the ride or
But
die.
you can't say they better get out their feelings.
I think you
I didn't
mentioned
say
two
you better get out
things
your feelings. I'm like, how long it's gonna last?
that are
Yeah,
a little
So we can
different
go do
though.
what we gotta do.
that's true, but you can't just say that because you wasn't saying that when they was handing you the check, handing you the credit card, you getting your nails done looking like diamonds and all that different type of stuff. You wasn't saying that. So you can't
That's
say
right.
that now.
That's right.
If that person goes in a wheelchair and they need you to take care of them for a couple of months, you
And
gotta
I'll
be
be
their
there.
support system.
Oh, isn't that in the movie? That's that movie. What's that movie with the old
So
people?
that's what I said with this topic. Just that part, I gotta be devil's advocate.
Oh no, this is gonna go on all night. This is a good show. I hope y'all got your.
We can't stay on that part of the conversation because we got to get to the woman.
Wait a minute. We talking about two different things. Hold up. I got one thing before you move on, Tanya. So you brought up two completely different things. So someone being monetarily supportive is way different. So me supporting your feelings is way different
You said emotion.
than me supporting you doing your nails and stuff. So I can get my own hair done and I can get my own nails done. I don't know about these other chicks, but me, there's nice zeros and a nice title behind my name. Any man that's with me is you here because I want you here, not because I need you to pay my bills. They paid over here, boo. You see, I got lights. They come off and on. There's water. I need your emotional support like you need mine. And I don't mind supporting you emotionally, but you can't run and fuel yourself off emotions. And to me, that's male or female. I wouldn't expect you to let me drain you that way. So I don't want it from the man.
Okay. Well, I hear that everybody is pretty much is agreeing with it. I think that at the end of the day, it's okay. We can both have our emotional moments, but at the end of the day, each of us need to play our role. But if we find that someone is on that emotional roller coaster longer than what's needed, then maybe that's not someone we should have been with in the first place, right? Because then that person is not really being who you need them to be anyway. You can't change them. You can't make them do anything else. Some people are just not wired that way. So I think it also becomes the accountability of the person choosing the person that they are trying to ride and die with. You don't ride and die with people that can't ride and die with you, right? So when that occurs, then there's always going to be that disconnect and so forth. So I think what it sounds like is we're pretty much mostly on the same page here. Lenora, what do you, Elijah, got to say about this part? Anything to add on to it?
I agree with a lot of what. I'm just saying. I think we have like different thought process on it. Because when I think about my man being emotional with me, it's something that happened or whatever the case may be. Not a depression.
Right.
That's something different if somebody's depressed about something on how to deal with depression. But when I'm thinking of emotion, he's going through something. That's what I'm there for. And I'm not mistaking his emotion for my protection either. Because we were talking, I think people were putting all those in the same thing. Those are all different categories for me. So, like, he's still going to be my protector. So if something goes down or something break in, he's still my protector. Just because he's emotional doesn't mean that means something happened that he needs to manage. He's mad, he's upset, where he might have a teardrop because he's so mad and he's trying to hold it in because, he don't want to take it to the next level or whatever. I think we just got like one subject and we're putting it with a vast of 15 different other topics instead of just saying his emotion. If something happens, somebody died, something emotional happened, his daughter is no longer talking to him, or son is no longer talking to him. That's that emotion that you should be there for your man and that he can feel comfortable and it's not thrown back in his face. All other stuff is like a different type of emotion. When we're talking now depression, I got to sit here and look at him be depressed for 6 months. He ain't doing nothing. He laying up on doing it. That's a different topic for me. So I just think right now we have like 3 or 4 different topics on the one word emotion because it is a big topic. But yeah.
Yeah, I feel like also with the emotion thing, some stuff was against. I feel like lumped in with the security or protection. I feel like if your man is not keeping you secure or protecting you in the way that you may feel that you're just not getting what you need to get with that. I think that's different than strictly emotions itself. I think some will say like your man going to crawl behind you or whatever it may be. I feel like that's a whole different like, structure. I feel like emotion in itself, everybody got emotions and we all kind of covered and talked about that. It's normal to have it. If you don't have them, you might got some kind of block or, something's interfering with your emotions. But I think, emotions are good to have. It's good to be able to, especially when you have a partner, to outlet your emotions. I think that's healthy. I think that's nothing but positive. And I feel like everybody, kind of agrees to an extent with that kind of conversation. I think that, some other stuff was kind of thrown in the mix with it, though.
Yeah, your partner should be your best friend, your everything. So if he can't release his emotion towards you, and I think that's a lot of stuff that men are not getting from their women, like he can't be emotional or vulnerable because it's going to either be thrown up or they consider him being a pussy or this and that. When I think they should be able to be vulnerable around you. Now, we're talking about depression. Now, I'm not going to sit here and babysit you on your depression. We can go get help or something, but I'm not going to sit there and you not doing nothing. You're sitting on your butt doing nothing, and I'm taking care of you, and I got to do this. You don't want to help. Those are different kind of conversations that I think when I listen to everybody, we all agree, you can be emotional.
Yeah.
But then they're including depression and everything else in it. That's how I'm looking at it.
And I feel like even with the emotions, like if your partner is not able to comfortably outlet their emotions with you, right? I mean, who do you want them to outlet them with? I mean, they could do it with their best friends, but what if that's another woman? Then we got the cheating or jealousy or whatever stirs up in the midst of the relationship. So emotions is a very, human thing, and it's a structure that we all kind of have. And if you're not getting what you need in a relationship emotionally, then, things is going to happen. It ain't going to be good.
Agreed. I agree with that. Another part that was talked about amongst everyone providing their responses were, trying to, in the matter of being accountable for choosing the person that you want to ride or die with, right? So I'm going to play this clip in reference to this, and I call it "The Jester is Not a King." So hold on one second.
Be doing your queen thing, whatever, what have you. But if you playing queen to a jester, then you don't know your value, and you wasting your power.
Enough is enough.
And that's what a lot of ladies is out here doing, and then you complaining about him. You complaining about a jester being a clown, sweetheart. He doing his job. That was supposed to be entertainment for you, like a jester is supposed to be. But you tried to invest and elevate that man and upgrade that, but that's you. That's your fault. You threw them coins out there. You feel me? That's you not knowing your boundaries and not knowing when a project is supposed to be left alone. You feel me? Like don't be out here on no goofy, bro. We anti-goofy this year, I promise.
So this, that was just a piece of it, but there was a broader conversation. I can't play the whole thing here. But basically, it's a matter of, a part of what Angela stated earlier. Wanston touched on it. Sinead, all of us touched on it a bit. In matter of when do you know? Okay, this is just not the right person, right? Like the man knows what he wants, right? And maybe that really goes into the segment of what women want, and it's okay for us to sort of go back and forth with this, but if you know what you want and you're seeing red flags, you're seeing these things, then who's the one accountable for, how long do you, if the person is emotional, like I'm using things that we've just talked about, the person is emotional, you realizing, okay, they ain't coming back from this. Okay, what we gonna do next? Do you stay? Do you ride or die? What do you do? Or, hey, I need this person to man up. Well, they not manning up. So what do you do? Do you stay? Do you keep them on? Or what do you do? So, they're women, believe it or not, we're nurturers by nature, period. That's who we are. We're nurturers by nature. And we always want to be always want to make things better than what they are, because that's just what we do. We're nurturers, and we have children, and that's what we have to do in order to have children. We have to have that piece of us. Otherwise, a child does not survive, right? So what happens is sometimes women will put that into men and figure, oh, they got potential, or oh, I saw this part of them, so I'm going to rock with this and just do what I need to do. But then you realize that this ain't it, right? So what do you do when the man is not doing what you feel that what you need from them? Do you keep them? Do you not keep them? How do you know, just like he said, when is the project done? How long do you stay with it before you realize you've wasted but so much time?
Who started?
Whoever wants to speak up.
For me, I think we, whoever you're dating, male or female, should know what you want and already know what your standards are. I mean, if you got to work too hard for somebody, doing too much over what your standards are, and you're now being both parties, you're now being the man and the woman in this relationship, you should cut your ties. A lot of people want to hold on too much because of the word, I want to be a ride or die. You want to be a ride or die to the right one, not just to anybody. So I think a lot of that is knowing your standards of what you want. There's a lot of stuff you just won't tolerate and take, and it's okay for that. Everybody ain't meant for you. You got one person out there that's really meant for you, and I think sometimes we settle for less, trying to build that person up when it's a waste of time. But it's what you can handle, and I say take your time and knowing yourself, so you can say, I don't want to deal with this, so I don't have to. It ain't a must. You know what I mean? I'm not bound to this one person. And I think a lot of people just overly do. Like, okay, he's making this mistake, he's making this mistake. And then we just keep doing it. And it goes vice versa. It's the same with men too. It's just vice versa. And I think we need to stop doing that and just, you know, be yourself, be who you are, and accept what you can handle.
Yeah. And I think that's the part that it is everybody has their ratio of what they can handle and what they can't handle. You know, so you really can't tell somebody else what they should be doing, because that's not you, right? Everybody's threshold is different, and you just basically mind your business. And they'll get off the roller coaster when they're ready to get off the roller coaster, right?
I can speak to it a little bit. A king, when you got a king that shows up in your life, he's looking for certain things. He's looking for certain qualities that a queen gonna bring to the table. Now, if he's not a queen, he ain't looking for nothing. He's looking for a thump, bump, and get on down the road. That's a difference. But a king is a builder. A king is a homemaker. A king is a protector, provider, all of those things. But when you meet him, you'll know that by looking at him. You look at his past. Look at the way he moved. Look at the way he handled his business. Look at where he's living at. Look at where he's trying to go. Look at his ideas. Look at his thought process. That's going to tell you whether or not you got a king. The things that are important to a king is, hey, what we're going to look at, what we're going to get down the road, how we're going to feel, what we're going to have together, what we going to bring to the table together. But if you got somebody in the same category, when that king meets somebody that's not a queen, then he's going to play a game that's not going to yield any fruit. He's going to hang around for the thump and the bump. He's going to talk a little half that game, but he's not going to invest anything. But what he is going to do is he's going to still be looking. He's going to be holding you hostage. He's going to be a placeholder in your life while he's looking. And then once he finds somebody that he think that might be a queen, and then people portray to be something that they're not. Because a lot of people put on a good facade, and you be fooled and thinking you got something when you don't got nothing.
It'd be a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Hey, it'd be a baboon's ass, but whatever it is, it ain't gonna bear no good fruit. So that's the thing. So I mean, here nor there, and like what that guy said, you know whether when you're dealing with a jester by the way he comes, when he come to you, the first thing, the way he approach you, what's important to him, you can tell who a person is within 24 hours. They'll tell you everything you need to know, but you gotta listen. And when they tell you that, that's who they are.
You get a sociopath.
You can't.
You
He said, "Who cares?" There goes society.
If you have a sociopath, they come in.
Well, there are some good liars. I will agree.
They come in with a good face.
Well, that's some good. That's some good.
And they giving you kingship until it's time to get inside the castle, and then they staying in the dungeon with the activity.
That part.
But they want to sleep upstairs in King's Quarter.
Well, that's true.
People see people every day, and some people are better at it than others.
Right.
And people will present what they want you to see up front. Trap your ass, hold you hostage, and be like, bam, ta-da, let me get my juggling act on. Then you want to pull out your balls.
Oh gosh. Okay. Hold on. 1 second. We got some more people.
To me.
Let's see. We got more people in the audience. So okay. So we got Erica. Thank you, Erica, for coming on in. Thank you so much.
Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine, going up, need no decline. Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine, going up, need no decline.
Thank you so much, Erica, for the $1.99 super chat. And Team Reese says it's Key in the chat, both here. So Key and Ray are in the chat. Oh, we got a new membership. Hey, Liam, how you doing? I was wondering where when you was gonna pop up. You usually my talk crap partner in some of the other lives. Thank you so much for being a new member.
Come in, keep it in, come in.
Okay, I can do that. Liam said he had to, so he can be nosy too. Thank you so much, Liam, for being here. Let's see who else is in. I'm looking to see if there was any comments. Let's see. Oh, okay. So Liam said there are some men who don't cheat though. Okay, so Liam in the chat, I think that comment came when they was talking about when men are not able to express their emotions at home, usually they release it someplace else. And I think one of them was, I think some of it was then they may go out and get that comfort from or that need met from someplace else. That is correct. And then like some men will probably just go to therapy. And then there are some men that pretty much live their life just miserable and not being able to express it, right? So you said no emotional roller coaster. Tasha eating popcorn, so she just looking in and listening. She trolling the day. That's basically what she doing.
Go back over to House of X.
It says community House of X. They on
House of X said it's community trade. I was calling it the wrong thing.
I told you that's why I expressed when you said it. I had to say trade. So because I thought it was community train at first too.
I thought it was community trade like ashtray.
No, it's trade with a D. It's trade with a D.
Trade. Thanks, fellas, for clearing that up. Anime, cut loose that community trade.
So Liam said,
I don't do community trades.
There you go. People make excuses for red flags. That is true. People do make excuses for red flags. They'll see them, but I think because in the beginning of a relationship, they're in such a big, the hormones and the endorphins is going on or whatever that hormone is, that they just excuse the red flags, and the red flags don't come about until that honeymoon phase dies down, and now you looking at reality, and then you seeing like, oh, okay, well maybe them foot rubs wasn't all that good. Right. Maybe yeah, the sex is good, but you know what? I'm tired of lighting these candles at night, or whatever the case is. So, they're usually red flags, and usually what people will say is trust what people show you the first time.
That's right.
Whoever they are the first time, that's who they are. But some people, sometimes you want this person to be that person so bad that most people just whatever. But Liam said, or dismiss them, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Dismiss.
Right. So Liam also said, is everyone looking for a king, queen, or are they just looking for a piece of meat?
That could be it.
That could be it too, right? But just be honest about it. We're talking about what men want, and we about to jump into what women want because we're in the hour time frame now. But with what men, if men are looking for just a piece of meat, like I just want to kick it, meaning I just want friends with benefits. What's wrong with saying that? Right? Like we done ran down all of the good qualities of what men really want in a woman, but not all men want that in a woman at this time. They want Sally Stinkho, who's gonna do whatever they want, wherever they want, with whoever they want, right? They might want to do menage a trois or quadruple trois or quintuplet, whatever you want to call it. They may want to do an orgy, right? But that might not be the woman that he may not be looking for that queen right now. Mm-hmm. I'm looking for that chambermaid right now, right? So from the men in the room, before we branch off to the women, what are the men like? What are your thoughts about and what have you maybe been honest, even in your earlier years, before marriage, before your relationship? Have you always been honest about when you just wanted to kick it with that person, when you was not looking for a queen, or was you always, you just since high school just always been looking for a queen?
No,
I doubt.
No, nobody's never always been looking for a queen, because everybody's not looking to be tied down. When you out at the club, you looking to have a good time, a few drinks, and a few parties, and maybe some after club party favors. You ain't looking for no queen. You ain't even going to church looking for a queen. You going there looking for that Lord.
Right? So, from the men in the room, before we branch off to the women, what are the men?
Oh, she got Shanae, you must have two on. Let me know when one of them are off. Just put your hand up and I'll put you back in the room. Okay. Yeah, she got two microphones on, so because it's giving a reverb on there. So from the guys in the room, were you always comfortable with just letting the woman know, hey, I'm just here for the party. I'm here to party. A P. Diddy party. I'm only here to P. Diddy party.
Hey.
Man, ain't had no problem with that.
Right.
Well, you already said, we already know you was a hoe. We already know that. We know that.
I wasn't.
You was a hoe.
No.
You was a hoe.
I was a king without a kingdom.
You were a pretty timid hoe. What you mean a
You was
king
like
without
a kingdom?
I was a king without a kingdom.
That's not a
down there and down with the peasants.
So when you're a king
Sleep
without
and
a kingdom,
mopping.
what you say, anime?
Excuse me?
What you say?
Maybe you was a prince. You was a king in the making. You was prince. You was prince.
He was the help. He was the help.
Ooh, you was the help.
I know what
She
you
didn't say the higher help. Just help.
The higher help, not the higher help. The help. Just
just help.
And then you got going to the house person.
Your daughter told hoe. I'm sorry, y'all. I called him a hoe, and his child says this.
He done went off on you.
Like your daddy.
Oh, I thought she was going. I thought she was going to have her daddy back. Yeah, well. Yeah, your daddy is a little fresh.
Like your daddy.
Don't listen to them, honey. They trying to blaspheme your daddy. Don't listen to them. They trying to.
Your daddy is a little fresh.
Right.
No, your daddy was a king without a kingdom. That's all we gonna say.
No, you was a prince waiting to earn your kingdom.
He didn't graduate to that yet.
You was just waiting to earn it. You weren't no king yet.
Next question.
Okay.
Go on to the next question.
We going on to the next.
No, why you getting scared?
To answer that before we go up to the women, and then we're gonna read this explanation in the comments. So, Eli.
Wait. Can I ask one question? How come I only see me and Tanya picking up cups? Where the hell y'all drink at?
We gonna get there in a minute, Shanae.
No, I just didn't see nobody drinking. I was just checking. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm almost done.
Oh, wait, real quick. What y'all drinking, Love and Live Show?
Nothing. I was drinking upstairs. We have ladies' night upstairs.
Oh, okay. So you already had
I just came downstairs. So yeah, I love my drink upstairs. Yeah.
Okay.
I got some water. We ain't got no drinks over here. No, I ain't had no drink. She had a little something upstairs.
Yeah.
All right, Leo Wonston, what y'all drinking? Y'all ran out of Long Island?
Yes.
Yeah. See, that's when they ran out of it, y'all know they already been drinking. Okay, that's how y'all know they run out of it already. What was y'all drinking earlier today, or was that yesterday?
Earlier today.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. See, whenever they on live, they not drinking. That's because they done drunk it all. That's what that is. That's what that is. But Elia, were you comfortable with being like, hey, I just want to kick it. I'm not looking for nothing serious. Or was you one of those types that was like, if I tell her I just want to kick it, then she ain't gonna get it. So I need to lie to get what I need.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Wait. Be careful.
Yeah.
Like before you answer the question,
let the man.
That's a setup.
TJ Hush.
It's a setup. It's a setup.
Like, I mean, I feel I'm real young. I just got married, but knowing like kind of what I was looking for, even at a young age, it was just kind of like, all right, if I was even talking or entertaining anything, it was more so like if I knew what I wanted, then I kind of kept going with that. Like if I was not feeling that person or whatever it may be, 'cause I really haven't been in no relationship or nothing. But if somebody was not showing signs, I just feel like I wouldn't play. I wasn't down to play or nothing like that. So I just was like, all right, friendship, whatever it may be. We're just gonna stay in that realm.
So you stayed as a friend just in case there was an opportunity.
No, not even an opportunity. It's like a totally kind of distance thing. Like I wouldn't. What was it?
Oh, so it was just like friends with benefits.
No, there was no. I ain't had no benefit. I ain't even been in a beneficial area. I mean, shoot, benefits.
No applications. No applications. TJ Hush.
Thank you.
Just saying, like just slowly leave people alone. I mean, I wasn't ever in the area where I was putting titles or anything. So I wasn't even for that.
Oh, you was one of those. You ain't getting no titles.
Oh no.
But you know what he considered if he thought it was.
So everybody was baby then. Baby.
Right.
I mean, if I feel like
you just said, hey.
Huh?
I feel like I feel like even as he said, like everybody. Well, I feel like this whole conversation, everybody knows really what they want or what they're looking for, and you might initially feel like, all right, you might be able to find that in somebody, but if you're not able to find that, I mean, think that's you're just not getting what you're looking for.
But do you cut it off and go look elsewhere, or do you be like, well, I just keep this on the side while I'm still looking?
I feel like that it's just slowly fades away. If you're not feeling that person, I feel like sometimes you can just straight cut, say your intentions or whatever it may be. But I feel like if you're not feeling something, I feel like that slowly starts to sizzle out. Disinterest can kind of show without even playing with somebody or playing with emotions or whatever it may be.
Okay.
But everybody's not good at reading the room. So that's not a good approach. Because for you like, oh, I done showed her I ain't really interested in her. She's like, oh,
he loves me.
He loves me. And you thinking she ain't the one. But you still over here eating that dinner and smashing every other night. So she think y'all good. And you like, it's just sex. Because you did not verbally confirm, this is all I want from you.
But he didn't put no title and everything, so he didn't have no
But
benefit.
it doesn't matter. Do you know what people do? People make titles in their head. They just start assuming because this was my value. So you're like, oh, well, we just started to sleeping together. We go together. You know, you heard that fuck with me, you stuck with me shit. So it's like, oh, we go together. Oh, I gave you some ass, boo. You mine now. No, we just fuck. See, there's a difference. And some people don't know how to determine that you a fuck boy or you was just the girl I want to smash, and you assume that you're more than I valued you at, and I didn't tell you that you were just a good piece of ass. I'm here for the sausage. Because you have women that are the same way. I'm one who can differentiate.
I'm gonna go ahead and say what you're saying. I feel like I can agree to an extent. I feel if you're handling business with anybody, if you step in that territory, I think you should kind of communicate what your intentions are. If you're trying to be a friend with benefit, let that be known. If you want a long-term relationship, let that be known. But I also feel like people will step into this range of like dating and think, all right, now we boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever it may be. I think you can't just jump in or place a title. Like you say, people place titles in their mind, but at the end of the day, on a other person's perspective, I don't think that's necessarily right to put that expectation or whatever it may be on somebody else because of an assumption. Now I don't feel like it's right to just be knocking people down or whatever it may be. I'm not down for that lifestyle or whatever it may be at all.
They're asking about what you did when you were dating.
Yeah, on a personal thing, like I feel like I didn't even really dated really any like a crazy amount of people or anything like that. But from my experience, it was more so like just getting to know somebody. You got your hands up.
No,
No,
the number is
he's
5.
talking about 5. Don't say my husband no,
Five.
please. He always
Five.
thinks he's trying to stay with
Five.
somebody. He can speak for himself.
So I have a question then. Have you dated more people than you smashed?
No.
Right. So did all the smashables know that they were not being dated, that they were just being slept with?
She said that dating more people not smash.
Yeah. So you need to let them know that.
Oh, well, okay. Well, for more perspective. For more perspective. So
don't let me get you in trouble.
Yeah, no, you're all good.
Right.
For more perspective, I'm 20. All right. So I've been with who I am married to now for 3 years. So
okay.
Like before that time frame, I mean, it's of course a younger territory. I wasn't even trying to step into that because I always had kind of intention of. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just,
I told you be careful.
Nobody down. Nobody been knocked down for me.
I told you be careful.
The sausage.
Your wife watching.
The sausage ain't been thrown around. Is what I'm trying to say.
Don't let us get you locked out tonight.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, everybody either married or whatever they done decided. They good. Don't let us get you in trouble.
Yeah, I'm gonna say with that situation, yeah, no sausage been thrown around. So
okay.
To that question.
Yeah, just say next question. Don't talk no more. Say next question.
Wait, I have something to elaborate on this real quick. Wanston, did you have something? Because I see Leo stepped away.
He went to the restaurant.
Okay.
I guess in Elias' defense, in my opinion, a person would know if it's just a fuck. Mm-hmm. And both parties should know, like the vibe would be different.
You got people that's delulu. No, no.
Not all the time.
If I'm calling
for me, that's all your place was, and he would thought we was a whole thing. And I was like, wait, what happened? Cause like you.
Like, yeah, you mine. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's the negative. You're the one I sleep with. Because being clear, I might have had more than one man, but I was only sleeping with one. That was his only job. I didn't want to be with him. He was a fuckboy.
There are some people are naive, but I would say, if a person comes to you and say, "Oh, you sexy, you this, and can I take you back to my house? Can I do this? Can I do that?" It should click in your mind, this is not going nowhere. If they say, "Can I have your number?" and they want to get to know you, "Can I take you to coffee or take you somewhere so you can strike up a conversation?" then that's okay. They want to get to know the person.
Facts.
I see what you're saying. You're saying the approach of
it.
Yeah.
So if the presentation is wrong, and they just want to get in the sheets and see the lingerie or what I have on underneath the clothes, then the approach. If come on, if we're in the club and we drinking, ain't nobody thinking about
girlfriend and boyfriend.
Come on.
Well, I don't know. So let's tell TJ and Tanya's story. On night number one, he told her she was gonna be his wife.
Different.
Day number one in the club.
That's different because his approach.
Well, I guess the approach and where you are in your life.
His approach was to meet her as a woman. Now you got some of them. You do got some of them that would meet a woman in the club and approach them as a woman. But then you got some of them that are community trade that just want to fuck and meet a woman.
He was straight at first, but he turned into be a great king for my friend.
Yeah,
trade ran up on me first.
And meet a woman or a man or whoever in the club, and she wants the other approach, but that community trade comes to her and it's just a fuck, but she's thinking that's my boyfriend, that's my boo, No, he like, girl, this was just a fuck. Why are you still calling me? So,
but some men won't do that. Some men won't do that because they ain't got the balls.
And they're con artists.
Well, then, okay, in that point, some men won't say it because if they know if they can continue giving the good dick or whatever you want to call it.
Yes, say it again.
And the woman is gonna be and the woman is gonna be naive to continue providing. Why not?
Well, what if the woman approached the man and she wanted sex?
Okay, if the woman approached the man,
there's some women out here that just want some dick,
and all she wants,
because sometimes that happens.
Exactly.
So basically, you become dickmatized.
Ooh, not you dickmatized, child.
Oh no.
You become
get away from that anime.
The man, vice versa, become what's the other word? I think was it pussy whip. So you become pussy whip by community trade instead of going with the other approach to get you a king and get you a queen. Now it's different for me and Leo, honey. When he met me, honey,
I don't know why you say when I met you. You found me.
Yeah, well, I'm saying it's different.
You got to clarify.
Different.
They look for me.
Because he came out another.
Okay.
So it's all upon the approach.
He was in my GM, just for clarification.
Ew.
Okay.
Oh Lord. Well, so before we gotta switch over to the women's side, but I'm gonna state this comment, the few comments that's in here, responses to this, and then I have a short clip in reference to clarity to sort of end the men's segment here. So T. Finity says she's a psych major, so just remember that, y'all. Just take it with a grain of salt here. I feel like the reason people give so many excuses when they see red flags in their partner is because no one wants to believe that the partner, the person that they love and trust, can be a bad person in some way.
True.
That's why they tend to focus on the good or try to equate it to outside things out of their control.
True.
Okay. She also stated the problem is the assumptions always, in quotes, get some confirmation, whether through title or not. So basically what she's saying is you know, you just don't want to accept it, basically. You know, and then she also said, yeah, some people don't prefer titles. The conversation should still definitely take place regardless. So everybody should at least be able to have some form of a
standard,
understanding in the standard of where we stand. But okay, there are some things, and Liam, I'm gonna get to your comments in a minute. Let me go ahead and play this real quick clip, and it's about clarity.
The moment that a man does not give you clarity, the moment that he does not give you clarity, because I'm not going to throw this on him, it's your responsibility to ask for that clarity. And if he still does not give you that clarity when you ask for it, it's your responsibility to analyze yourself and realize when this person is stressing you out or making you anxious or creating confusion. And then it's your responsibility to walk away. Stop worrying about that damn right move. We don't give a shit about that. Worry about the fact that this man has already put you in a position to where you have been confused. And in any dating or relationship, there should never be a moment of confusion, because it's going to trigger your anxiety and it's going to make it worse for you. That's all I got for you, honey.
Those are facts.
Amen.
I agree.
That's clarity. That's clarity.
Yeah.
And please understand, and I know we're not in church and we are totally so far on the other end of the spectrum right now. But if someone is meant for you, God doesn't give confusion. His vision is very clear about who's for you, who's not for you, what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing, where you need to be, where you don't need to be, what you need to say, what you don't need to say, how you need to do it, how you don't need to do it. Everything is precise, but most of the time we don't want to hear that.
Exactly.
So we just try to create our own little world, but a lot of times things that come in front of us may not always, what we want may not always necessarily be what we need, right? So that's
trying to take the shortcut.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, sometimes we just be trying to align the meat with the other piece. Sometimes, you be trying to piece them both together.
Oh, right.
No, I'm kidding. I'm being facetious, but seriously. No, I agree. No.
Liam says, got to get some more drink. So, just so that, let me see. Liam said, this titles mean nothing. Actions are more than titles. I believe that. I'm a firm believer.
I am too.
I don't give a darn what anybody says. You can say all you want, but if your actions don't match what you talking about or what you were saying, not that I was paying attention to it, but if whatever your actions, that is what I'm listening to. I can tell that,
and that's the first time.
Day. It don't matter to
me. Yep, I agree.
Let me see here. Liam is shocked that you're 20, Elia. Let me see. That's where the breakdown happens when you don't communicate. Communication is key. We agree with that. And Liam said, if it ain't working, something is wrong. Walk away. Basically, that's pretty much what that is. So we talked about the men. Now, is there anything that was stated that a men want that was not brought up that you men on the screen feel was missing? I think it pretty much covered a lot of everything. Do you all agree?
Yes.
Okay. So now we're going into what women want. Okay. And so with that, hold on one second. Oops, where's my
They had a movie about that one.
What did you say? We don't need no movie about it.
Hold on. I'm just saying, but no, I'm saying it was a movie.
Oh, you mean? Oh, yeah. You're right. So, okay. So let's go in here about what the women want.
The majority of marriages, the woman's top 4 needs. Number 1, security. And the way that they feel the most secure is that they have a husband that is selfless and sacrificial. He's not going down and buying a new car every time she turns around without talking to her first. He's not getting into debt. Number 2, non-sexual affection. Most women want to be hugged. They want to be held. They want to be kissed. And they want you to tell them that you love them, and it's not going to lead to anything else, and you're okay with that. Number 3, open and honest communication. Women want to talk to you, and they want you to talk back to them. They don't want you just to grunt at them. Just talk, communicate. Number 4, this is a big one. Women want their husbands to lead. This is not always happening in most homes. They want them to lead in their marriage. They want you to lead in romance. I'm making plans for dinner, and I'm taking you out on a date. Like, I'm not always just saying, I don't know, what do you want? I don't know, what do you want? That's not the way you dated before, so why are you staying married that way? They want you also to lead in finances. They also want you to lead in spiritual things. They want you to lead in praying for your family. They want you to lead in bringing your kids and your family to church.
All right, one more.
I want to hear what women want.
We want a man who acts like a man, who's manly, who takes care of things. Leader. Who I don't need you to kill an alligator with your hands, but I need to feel so feminine around you because you are so masculine that I can turn my brain off because I know you've got it. Yeah. I trust you. I trust your intellect. I trust your character. I trust that I can close my eyes and follow you blindly, and I'm going to be happy about where I end up. You tell me where we're going, and we're all set. We live in a time of new age feminism and this whole idea that women and men need to be the same and they need to compete, and it's all from the enemy. It's all lies.
All right. So, in reference to those things that were stated of what a woman wants, for the women on the panel, Do you all agree, disagree? Is there anything that's on that list that's not on that list? Is there anything on that list that stands out more for you? Lenora, we'll start with you.
I agree with a lot of it. Yeah, I always still say protection. I know security and protecting might sound the same, but security to me is a little bit different. But protection, I think a lot of women want protection. That's why a lot of women will basically say, "I want a thug" or something like that, because they want to know that if something goes down, that they're protected. If they, some man come up there and say something to them in any kind of way, that she can go, I'll call my man and know that her man got her back to protect her. That there's be no harm. Like that's what her security is in that as well. So everything else was really good, but I'm still gonna add that protection and that intimacy. I would need too is women really need the intimacy, which is basically some of the four steps that was said. But there's so much more. Just being, I want to be able to be open, and it's still the same thing. Like I said with men, where the woman should be able to be vulnerable with her man, and he doesn't give her that generic answer, or well, it was your fault because you be having an attitude all the time. Realize that maybe it wasn't my fault, and we talk about it. And you're really listening, and not just going on always seeming like you're against me, and that we're not. What's my other one? We're not in competition.
Right.
Right. I don't think any woman want to be in competition with their man. That's just not that way. So those are my things that I think we're missing out of that.
Okay. And I'm a put a pin in the competition part so we can come back to it. Angela, what are your thoughts? Did you agree with that list from both of those clips, or do you think that maybe something was missing, or did you want to elaborate more on, did like one stand out more to you than others?
I agree with everything. I want basically, I want you to be a leader. I want you to be able to say, okay, I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. You ain't gonna worry about that. I got you. Be a leader. Be somewhere I can say, okay, I can come home. We going out. You ain't got to cook today. We good. Don't worry.
Right.
So That's what I want. A king.
Right. There you go. Janae. Hold on. And what you sipping on, by the way?
Who, me?
No. You told me what you were sipping on.
I did?
I think I did. What you sipping on?
Some moonshine.
Moonshine?
Didn't we have a talk earlier?
I know we had a talk earlier, but I didn't know you were still sipping on it. We talked about 12 o'clock.
I bought back a jar. I'm done.
Oh, okay.
I made a drink with it.
Oh, okay. Shanae, what you sipping on?
Pomegranate. We're going to call this a pomegranate margarita. You already know I'll be over here chefing by everything. So I'm on mezcal. Oh, wait, there.
Okay. You got your mezcal.
I'm on a mezcal with, because, love my mezcals. It's a reposado. It's 5 years. And it got I don't know if y'all can see that, but it got the 5 worms.
Okay.
They're down there in the bottom.
So I think the worms represent the years, because each of my bottles have a different number.
They are. It's 1 worm per year age. So most mezcals are only aged at a year. Most. So you only have 1. When you get into the reposados and the añejos, they're longer, so they have more worms. So I like my liquor dark like I like men. So yeah. But it's pomegranate juice and my mezcal, low tahini on the rim. That's it. But to the question. Oh, you wrong for that.
Yeah, but that's okay. Answer the question. I just had to show what I was drinking.
You slid that in there real quick.
Dang,
Knowing it was going to shiny object me. Okay. I'll get on you later on the text on the side.
But, it's almost gone. But go ahead.
Yeah, I saw that. That's why it's okay though. Okay. All right. So for me, I agreed with, I think he was the pastor, or wherever it was the first clip. I think I fully agree with everything. I don't know so much about old girl. Her first few statements, the middle was a little murky for me, and then she finished strong as far as what I believe. But my needs or wants are very clear, and actually, they're just even keeled. I meet needs, I think, differently than most people because people hit I need my this paid and I need whatever. Well, I was raised to be self-sufficient. That was just how I was brought up in my home. So I don't need you to pay my bills, but just in case anybody watching out there single, I appreciate it though. No, but seriously. No, I mean, I don't mind it, but I can't lead my life because you have some women that are out there on that. I need a man that can come, pay for everything, do the this, do the this. No, it's much appreciated if you come near on your king shit. But if you can't, me being the queen that I am, I got you. We got to touch some shit sometimes. I got you because I'm blessed and fortunate enough to be able to do so. But most important for me is communication, consistency, honesty, and loyalty. And people try to put them last two together. They are not the same.
Nope.
They are not the same. Because you can be honest on some shit and not be loyal to the cause.
Yeah, that's true.
So for me, those are my four. And for me, I consider myself very basic and very simple. Because I've seen women pull out. They pull out a fucking scroll. You got a whole goddamn scribe of needs. You know what I'm saying? He got to be light skinned, 5'11.5" with a box. And the hair got to be curly because my baby hair got to be curly. He need green. I don't give a shit. I'm attracted to intelligence. Now, everybody like a sexy body, man or woman. I don't care what you say. Even women, gay or nah, you can appreciate another beautiful woman. You can be like, oh, she's pretty. Damn. Man, if I could get my curves like that. People can always appreciate other pretty people when you're real with yourself. Nobody's saying, nobody steps out and says, I want an ugly motherfucker to be my mate. If that, nobody, no one said.
Not by choice.
Not by choice, no. Ain't nobody said, let me go get the Grinch. Because he got that coin. No. People want the coin and the sexy man. You know, or woman.
You represent me, I represent you.
Right. So for me, it matters, but intelligence over everything for me. Because I've had some fine ass men. I'm talking about like, whoa. And then their body was, whoa. You know, so you was fine here, you was fine here, but then you was dumb as doornails. So I can't even hold a decent conversation with you. That's a want and a need. That is day one. If I can't talk to you about shit that matters, we just gonna talk about being pretty all day, I'm okay with that. I can do that with my homegirls. But we just want to talk about, because even us, we're talking about real stuff. So those are my key things. And if you have those, I feel like everything else always, for me, my thoughts are everything else falls in line. If you keep your communication ways open, you are always honest, you remain loyal to whatever the situation is, whether we decided to be, you know, we friends with benefits, but we're only fucking each other. But you may be seeing what your other options are elsewhere, but you're not sleeping with them. Loyal to the cause, you know, whatever that is. All those things, when they come together, everything will fall in place because what is for you is always for you. You don't have to compete. You ain't got to fight and you ain't got to scrape. Even when you don't see it or you don't think it's the thing you want, it's going to be right there, bam, because it's for you.
Right.
So that's me. That's it.
Okay. Angela, she walked away.
No,
Oh,
I'm
there
here.
she go. So Angela,
I'm
what are
here.
your,
But
what
I
about
said
you?
that. I said that before.
Oh,
Sure,
okay.
said hers.
It's your turn, piggyback.
You talking about me?
Mm.
Well, mine is communication is number one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, communication is number one. And the second thing is trust, and not the trust that most people think, like trust. Oh, you out there screwing around with somebody else.
Right.
My trust is a trust that I can turn my brain off, just like she said in that clip. Can I turn my brain? Can I relax for a minute? Because I'm thinking 24/7. Anytime I go to sleep thinking about what's coming up, or how I'm supposed to close out stuff that already happened, and then waking up thinking about what's next, then that means my brain is not off, right? I should be able to have my brain off to where I'm not thinking about something, and I can use something as simple as, oh, what's for dinner, right? Okay, I'm not the only one thinking about what's for dinner, motherfuckers. Y'all hungry? Y'all know y'all hungry, right? So what y'all eating? If I'm not thinking about food right now, y'all gonna starve, until I say what y'all want for dinner. I'm like,
right,
y'all ain't growling like mine is. I'm just saying,
right.
Are you gonna come out and say, hey, we hungry, let's do this or let's eat this? I'm just using that as an example, because I mess with my husband and my daughter all the time. My daughter's of college age, and she was in the dorm, so it was just me and him home. And he picky about what he eat. Like, he don't want the big meals like that no more. He wants it once in a while, but he eating small now. So his appetite is not the same. So
Lay's nutritional nuggets. Oh, I'm sorry.
So my biggest meal is lunch. Okay, Shanae makes my meals. Nay's nutritional nuggets. She makes my meals for me. So I'm eating my meal for the day at work. So on my way home, I'm thinking I'm mama of the house. Our daughter is taking 2 semesters off. She's at the house. So now I got to think about what y'all want to eat. And if I don't say nothing and I come home, then it's like, oh, you ain't want to ask us what we wanted to eat? Motherfuckers, weren't y'all hungry? Why I got to think about it? I'm sorry. It's just that it's recent, so I'm venting right now.
Yeah, the flashback.
It's just like Angela also said. Let me just not worry about nothing. Like, let me, instead of my brain thinking about every single last thing, even your stuff, right? Because I just want to be that backup, because I can't be your backup if I don't know what's going on, right?
Exactly.
I can't cover you if I don't know how I need to cover you. So in addition to my stuff, I'm thinking about your stuff, right? So because that's what a team does. A team, what everybody's doing to meet the same goal, right? So those are my 2 biggest things. Yes, I think that a man should have his own source of income, and be able to take care of himself. I'm putting that on the damn list because she ain't say shit in that clip about that. But that's the way I feel, because that's the way I do. And the reason being, I say that is for this.
I told some ladies one time, I said, let me show y'all how to find the perfect husband. And of course, a room full of ladies like, he finna tell me. I said, I need you to make a list of everything that you want him to be. Make a list. Everything I want his credit score to be 850. I want him to be making $200,000 a year. He got to have his own house. I want him to be well groomed. He got to be well rounded. I say, make everything on that list that you want in a person. Do it. Put it all on there, everything. And become the list. See, we're not willing to become the list of what we want. See, you just want a bunch of stuff, but you're not willing to become a bunch of stuff.
So that's how I do things. So my thing is, I'm looking at what I'm bringing to the table. I need him to bring to the table.
Exactly.
And I'm not talking about everything.
partners.
What I'm saying is, if I was to get sick and can't work and my short-term and long-term disability run out, are we going to be okay?
Right. Can we live like we live in the day? Tomorrow.
Right, exactly. Or, can we still survive? Do we got a roof over our head? Do we got clothes on our back? Can we feed ourselves and whatever? Am I able to cut my brain off? Can me and you have a conversation where I'm not trying to overinterpret what you're saying and you not interpreting what I'm saying correctly, because then that's where misunderstandings and arguments happen most of the time. And a lot of times you agree with each other, you just are delivering the message differently. So you have to learn how each other communicates. That's how I feel about it. I agree with everything that she said. I should be able to be a woman and ain't got to worry about it. I do act like a woman. I'm not cutting no goddamn grass. I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because I can't do it. I'm doing it because there's a man in the house and he gonna do it. So that's basically what it is.
A man, a brother, a son. Then the man thing don't.
Right, but they can do it. Because I used to be married to a man that did not know how to do it, but he also didn't know how to figure out who to go get to go do it. So that was a problem. So my thing is, even if you don't know how to do it yourself, it's about making it, period. It's no different. I look at a man like a CEO of a company. He the CEO, I'm the COO. Is the CEO, does the CEO report to the CEO? Yes. I have no problem with being your partner, your ace on the sidelines. But as a CEO, you still need to know what needs to happen. You don't need to know how to do it yourself, but you need to know what needs to happen
and where to go to make it, the resources.
As long as you know how to deploy them resources, however that is, I'm good. I'm going to play my role. And if you hire a strong COO, then the CEO ain't got to worry about too much stuff, right?
That part.
Exactly. So that's how I feel when it comes to women's needs. In terms of the men in the room, are there things that you hear that women need that you maybe not agree with, or you feel is overrated, or you feel that we're asking too much of? I'm give it to Elijah.
Okay, all right, you start.
I'm gonna get to Elijah first. I'm going in order.
Well, I'm gonna start off saying, like, even with the last part that you said, is there like an ask that's ever too great? I feel like if you're doing your job, we both got our own roles. All right, so if you're doing your job and I'm making you happy, it's going. I feel like he already said it's going to come back. Once you pour into your partner, it's going to overflow onto you anyway. It's not something you really got to worry about. But I feel like maybe something that might be underrated for like us men or something that we kind of might have a harder time understanding is tackling like intimacy, because I feel like men, we think linear, we think simple on like a lot of these kind of topics, or like especially when it steps into like emotions, we're not really kind of deep into it. We're more like on a surface level, whether that be for we're not able to express emotion or whatever it may be. I think it's just generally how we're built. But with that being said, I think each woman has their own like sense of what is intimacy, or what is something that's like more thoughtful to them. And I think one thing that is hard for us men is to really learn that or try to tackle that and tend to that. But I think if you're in a situation, and we talking about kings right now, if you with a king, a king is going to try to find that to the best of their abilities, but it might not be easy for that king to find that need. He gonna definitely get it, but it might take him. He's gonna have to learn you fully. And I feel like that's kind of how I feel. I feel like with a lot of the stuff that was said, I definitely agree. I feel, once even me, applying some of those things or just trying to put more effort into those areas, it all multiplied. So I could say that stuff is definitely true.
Okay. All right. Wonston, Leo, what are your thoughts?
I totally agree with Elijah on what he said.
I like how you said if you have a strong COO, then the CEO don't want to work. I agree with that.
All right, is that personal, Leo? You
No,
you have a strong COO sitting next to you. You have a strong COO next to you.
I thought that was a true statement.
Yes, it is. Oh, okay. So, Timmy, what are your thoughts?
See, now say the best for last. Here we go.
Here we go.
So my thing is, I agree with the way the gentleman was putting it out there. But the one thing that's I think is kind of confusion on with men, we don't really know how to show the intimate, the intimate side and everything, because sometimes we think we doing good with a, hey, how you doing? And hey, come on in.
6-second kiss.
But the thing about it is because of you covered everything else, you feel like, well, I gave you 2-second kiss a minute ago, but I'm gonna give you a 6-second kiss later on. So sometimes we put stuff not always forward. Sometimes we kind of trail things toward the end. But at the end of the day, when you be a king, so just like for instance, I don't never leave out this house and come back till I make a phone call. Hey, do you want anything? Do you need anything before I come back? That's what a king does. Or, hey, I'm at this place. What do you want me to go get you to eat? All I want is a little reciprocation on the other end. I'm tired. I always got to buy y'all little ninjas food. Y'all got to cook something. Then we come in the house with some damn Outback or some Longhorn. What kind of stuff is that?
Look.
Now, is that not being a little bit stepping down?
Are you having a flashback?
That's petty.
He having a moment. Look here, Patty Pat.
He's having a moment.
Swing your feet, swing your feet and clap your hands.
Look, let me
You'll
tell
feel
you.
better.
Look, you understand this.
It's okay.
He works from home. Okay. For those who don't know, that's on this live. He works from home. My daughter is taking 2 semesters off. You might as well say that's 8 months, right? So she's at the house too. I'm working outside the house. So of course I'm always the one driving in, right? But guess what happens? The person who offers is the one who what? Pays for it.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is all this food in the house that your tails can cook if you hungry, but you want me to spend my money and call and go, hey, what y'all want to eat? No. Or I will ask, what are you eating? What do you want to eat? They'll tell me what they want to eat. Well,
the assumption is you're paying.
What I want.
Crab legs. And then I just got a burger from McDonald's.
Well, that's what you wanted.
I thought you was going.
No, but that's what you wanted.
Mm-hmm. She asked you.
I asked you, what did you want?
Well, let me tell you what the king does. See, so my queen got a few chinks in her armor, being stingy and tight. Cause one, she made a file and she said, "My money, my money." That's our money.
No, your money is y'all money. Ours is ours. You said you was the king, and you paying the bills. Nope.
You
can't. You don't have to both ways.
You got her though.
They got to be paid. I don't go say, "Hey, baby, could you slide me a couple of $100 on that big ass note on that Cadillac that you drive to work and bring?"
Because you offered to buy it. You said, "Queen, what car do you want next?" And she gave you a list. You chose. That was your bill. You did that to yourself.
I chose to be a king. but I need my woman
Then
to stay.
you don't go back. Don't take back. Don't take back.
No, ain't no take backs.
In a discussion.
I get the grass cut.
Swing
but
your
all
feet.
I ask for is if you're gonna come home and you showing that, well, I'm gonna call and see what they want. But you call because you circumventing the system. You know damn well you're gonna go get you some crab legs, but you feel if you don't beat us in submission enough, I'll take some McDonald's and some French fries.
But she asked you what you wanted.
She said, "What do you want?" And you said you get some McDonald's.
You didn't say where you stopping.
Because we've been beat into submission.
No, hell no. You better learn how to train your household.
That part.
See, my house know. Hell, my friends even know. If we stopping to get food, you probably ain't gonna ask me because you know Burger King and McDonald's ain't on the list. And if that's where you going, what's the first thing, Tanya? I'm dealing with that difficult bitch because she ain't finna eat XYZ. She already knows. Don't ask me what the fuck I want unless she is really in the mood to go get what Sinead wants. Because Sinead's coming with a list.
And I
can't do you any different than I do myself. But my family already know. So we're always going to have a two-stop. I'm not eating the bullshit y'all probably going to eat. No. But I'm going over here to eat. So my family already know what to say. What you eating? That'll be their first question. Because I will call and say, what y'all want to eat? They'll start giving a list. And now even my 9-year-old now knows how to say, but what are you eating, mommy? And I'm like, well, I'm going over here and I'm about to get to so-and-so. And he'd be like, I switch. I want what you got. See, because they normally come together because they know I'm not going to 5 places for them. Because normally they all want something different. They're going to rock, paper, scissors, they bribe, and do whatever they do amongst themselves to get on accordance with one place. But my 9-year-old be like, do, what you eating, mom? He'll leave the mother 2 in the lurch. But he'll be like, well, they want McDonald's. I want what you eating. Say less. Now, the other 2 finally caught on. But at first it was only the little one. So you need to advocate for yourself. Ask your wife what she's eating. Don't you put that on her.
We've been together for 25 years.
Don't give a shit.
No damn trickery in here no more. All we got to say, look, ain't no trickery in here no more.
It wasn't no trickery. She asked you what you wanted. You downgraded your meal.
And you didn't ask where you going.
She done beat us into submission. We scared to ask for what
you ain't danger. Blink once.
She go to Papa Do's and she knows she going to Papa Do's when she called. She already knows she going to Papa Do's.
But she asked you what you wanted. She didn't ask what you want from where I'm going. She said, what do you want? And apparently you didn't want Papa Do's.
Ask her how many times have the king came and went to Papa Do's and called, hey,
you don't.
I'm over here at McDonald's. Y'all want a couple of burgers and fries?
You don't go.
And I show up with some Papa Do's.
No,
if I did, I'd be a dead king.
First off, you don't go. Okay. And if you call me and ask me what I wanted, guess what my questions usually are?
Where are you at?
Ain't that always my question? We're not going into this because we got some
Baby.
We'll let this one go because I deal with her later on tonight because I already told you what the deal is.
We already know the deal is.
How about little Tiffany on the other end and put some questions in that she ain't read? She said, I heard that little comment that you made. I eat like a bird. That's why I'm up here right now eating your potato, eating your chicken salad.
Okay.
So she know it. She know what's going on. We be bullet around here because she's scared she gonna spend her money.
Listen.
Her money.
Listen. First off,
our money.
Look, before we get into, I got 2 things to pull from what we talked about. I want to make sure respectful of folks' time. Are y'all okay with continuing for maybe the next 20 minutes or so? Are y'all good? Everybody okay? Love and live? Y'all good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
House of X, y'all good? They good? Okay, thumbs up. Okay, so T. Finity says, I fend for myself like the bird I am. I ain't studying my daughter. Cause she ain't but this damn big and she eat everything. So
She know how to eat her food.
I ain't worried about her. I ain't worried about her right here. She said, matter of fact, I'm eating your chicken salad right now. So she knows how to do what she need to do to eat. Okay, she grown. She 22.
She's only the king. That's indecisive. What I hear.
Liam said we need to win the lottery. Liam also said he don't cut grass either. Halea says preach it. Liam says if you don't want to know what they want to eat, then don't ask. Then you don't have to spend your money. Now, Liam.
Thank you, Liam.
Hold
Thank
on.
you.
No. I do want them. When I called them,
it's a setup.
No.
I'd rather for don't call. Don't call.
No. I call and ask them what they want to eat because they already know. At my new office now, I pass everything. When I say everything, you name a restaurant, it's not one that I don't pass. So when I say, what do you want? It is I don't mind going to 2, 3 different places because I can order them bitches in advance and just roll up. They bring outside and I keep it moving. That's not a problem these days. I ask what you want, but don't get mad if I stop at Juicy Crab and bring home a bag and you said you want Whataburger and you want some damn Wingenburger.
Because we've
so
been
that ain't
punked.
my problem.
Because we've been
right.
punked. Because we
right.
can't. We want crab legs and all that because she already been. Y'all be spending my money. Y'all just be spending all my money.
No, because y'all be waiting. No, y'all be waiting till I come home to say y'all hungry.
So
wait all day.
Now we like, well, we don't want to spend too much. Well, Burger King, McDonald's.
No, how about y'all just make y'all own food?
No. We're gonna go and get back there. How about just stop calling home and don't ask nothing?
And then
you're gonna be mad when she come inside with her food,
right?
And you don't have nothing.
Yeah, I can drive. I can go get my own shit.
You right. So how about this, King? Instead of your wife having to stop after working 10 hours at work,
I don't want to be.
You can get the food before she gets home. Call her and ask her what she wants.
You know what? I'm gonna cut that shit off too. I'm gonna give her the same energy she give me. Damn it!
Don't be a hater.
But no.
Okay. Anyway, Liam said he wants some dead crabs too. Damn it!
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you gotta say it out loud. Say it with your chest.
You, in fact, do not ask us that. Who's you, Halea?
Talking about you.
No.
Owls in here.
We both up here.
Ain't no owls in here.
I even offer to get food from the same place or send money from Halea. Look, I'm less talking about you. You gonna figure stuff out in here. Your daddy the one that be making the big deal.
Anyway,
can we get back to this conversation? Thank you very much. Competition. So earlier on, there was stuff in the clip where they said, some men and women or husband and wives or relationships, they tend to compete with each other. But just like I said with the CEO and CEO, do you as men, I'm asking the men, and at the same time, the women listening, sometimes it's like a competition. It's almost like, okay, I need to come up with this solution, but you may think of it faster, but I don't want you to think faster because I'm supposed to be thinking of the resolution. Now, this is the man usually, right? So usually a man may want, because think about it. If you're a man and you're already in your mind thinking about your kingdom, and I'm just using metaphors, this is your kingdom and things that you're trying to build, right? You're trying to build something. It's no different than if you are at a job and you have a department or a place that you're in charge of, you're trying to hire the right people, right? You trying to, whatever you weak in, you need a strong person to counter that weakness, right? So if you good with ABC, but you weak in DEF, you need that DEF on your team, right? Okay. So if a man goes out and he finds a right woman who's supposed to help meet, the whole word of help meet means meet the vision, meet the goal. That's the whole purpose of them getting together, right? Is do you hire, not hire, but do you marry somebody who's weaker? Or do you hire someone
Some people do though.
Because if they're strong, then that means there are things that have happened in their lives and things that they do in their life to give them the mentality to be able to be strong in those areas, right? So with that, men on the panel, do you feel that there are times when you feel you're at competition with your counterpart in your relationship because you may feel like, well, I'm weaker in this area and I'm supposed to be the one strong in everything and this person's just supposed to help, but I don't know this and this person does, but I really don't like when that person is applying themselves because it makes me look like or I'm less of a man than I am. So, what are you all's thoughts about that?
I'll start off. I say, us men, we let ourselves get in between things, but I feel like, something like that, knowing the strength, I think things like that really come down to communication. It feels like that might be imbalanced with some other aspect in the relationship. Because if I'm not good at something, I feel like I should be able to ask, depending on the area. Like some areas I can understand, but depending on the area, I should be able to ask my partner for help. This is a partnership. Like the CEO analogy, I feel like that's good. People play their position, they play their roles. There's, support where it's needed. You're gonna need certain things from me. I'm gonna need certain things from you. And I feel like it's when you add that competition factor at the end of the day, like we're most likely going to be tearing each other down. Competition with your partner is, I feel, not really, a healthy environment. Only competition you guys should be at is trying to be the best partner to each other. That's the competition. Everything else, who could love each other better? That kind of stuff. Any kind of actual competition where we really, butting heads at something, unless it's leading with love or positivity, is unnecessary.
Can I just say one thing to what you said? I agree with everything except you should be able to come to your mate and ask questions for anything. There's not a subject. I don't care. People get into that masculinity thing, and that's a whole another conversation in itself. But to me, realizing your strengths or your weaknesses, no matter what they are, you're not a handyman. You just not handy. And it's okay. I chose you and you're not handy. I already know this. So ask the question because maybe I do know. That don't mean me as a woman, I'm going to do it. But let's decide together as two not handy people or people that are not going to do the handy work where we should go to get it or whatever that looks like. But you should be able to ask your mate and you should never feel inadequate to ask them anything. Ever. Because that's not your person if you can't come to your person. Like you call your boy your homeboy. You can talk to him about the most intimate, crazy, whatever thing. You should be able to do that with your wife or your husband as well. If you can talk to your homeboy about it, you should be able to talk to me about it. That's just my thought. And I think that's where a lot of people fall short in their relationships because they feel like they can't do that. To me, if you can't, then you didn't marry your person. Because if I gotta say, oh man, I'm constipated, go up in there and check. I don't know whatever that is, but I should be able to have a conversation with you and not feel gross or feel less than a woman or feel not feminine because I had to tell you there's something wrong going on down there and I can't see for myself. Go check it out. And you should be able to do that because that's the person you chose to spend the rest to your life with. Because one day, guess who's gonna be cleaning up your shit? That person you married.
That's real.
We're not going down that road. That will be a whole nother live. We can talk about that later. I already know where you're going with this.
I need to spark him.
A liar. I'm sorry. Go ahead. She's done with that. We are not getting into.
It is my turn. We already went.
Okay, go ahead.
My thing is this: if you in competition with your spouse, significant other, whatever you want to call them, you are in trouble. If your marriage is a competition, you will be heading for divorce.
Amen.
Amen. It's a competition. It's on the path of self-destruction. Should
Amen.
never be competition among people that genuinely supposed to care, love, and support each other. We are a team. It's us against the world. It's me, you, not you versus me. You know, a lot of people get that twisted. And my thing is, it's always, I don't care if we playing cards, I don't care if we riding bicycle, we racing. If we against somebody else, it's always supposed to be me and you, never you versus me.
She ain't never playing no cards with you though. It's gonna be you versus her, cause that's different.
Oh, don't even talk about it. Don't even talk about it.
We'll deal with
Don't
you
even
later,
talk about it.
But the thing about it is that's the depth of any relationship. It should never be competition. It never should be my money versus your money. We in this situation together. It's always gonna be our money. Now, only let me clarify. Only if you marry, because if you dating, you could be community trade. And if you community trade, you better hold on to your coins because they might be giving it to that other person. So that's a little different. But competition, never.
First of all, you shouldn't be competing with anybody in your life, let alone your mate. Because I compete with no one. I'm not competing with the next bitch. I'm not competing with the bitch at work. I'm not competing with that man at work. Because at some point, you will shine when it's meant. When it's meant to happen, it will happen. Those who are not at the level in which they are pretending to be, and you have already exceeded, you will shine. And there's no need. And in a relationship, we don't dim each other's light. It is very possible for us to both be stars in the sky at the same time. That's what Orion come from. What? Multiple stars together. They make one constellation. One. So it's okay. We can both be bright and still be a partner. But that doesn't mean we're competing.
Put them shades on. That's all. Put them shades on.
Yep.
Right. That's it.
And let them be bright.
Confusion, arguments, and everything else.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Leo?
I think the point that we all missing for this one little segment is it's a biblical word that the Bible also says is be not equally yoked with or her or whoever. So that means said, if you are yoked with the person, both of you not going to compete against each other because you're supposed to grow, learn from it, and
no yoke.
And both of you supposed to be pushing each other forward.
Okay, is you pushing or not?
If you're unequally yoked, then you're gonna compete. Oh, she's making too much money than me, so I gotta go get me a second job. He's making too much money than me, so I gotta do this. I gotta do that.
That means your yoke is broke.
It's gonna be a competition thing.
Who got the yoke? Okay.
Yeah.
Now who got the yoke?
Let me tell y'all, I just gotta say this. Leo Washington, I can't see one with y'all without the other. I'm sorry, I just can't. It is a blend of both of y'all, no matter what. Okay. Once and every time you talk, Leo, that's a hype man right there. He gonna say what he gonna say to just gonna add his little seasoning to whatever you got to say. I just have to say that because it is consistent. I don't see anything else when it comes to both of y'all at any time that I see y'all together. So I just want to put that out there.
And that's beautiful.
Yeah.
But I'll give Watson credit, being married to him, because I look at Watson as just a smart person, and I know I'm smart, but being married to Watson made me feel like I had to step my smartness up with his level. But we wasn't competing. It was like, okay, you got to start thinking different because your husband is very smart. You know what I mean? So I appreciate Watson. Like, I think if you're married to somebody and they have great qualifications, equal their qualifications. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
right. Just like you say, you be the list that you want somebody else to be.
Yes.
Amen.
I appreciated that because too many people got a list and it'd be like, what was that guy? Kevin somebody. I didn't like a lot of the shit he said.
He's not alive anymore.
I know
Kevin
yes, and I didn't agree with a lot of shit he said and did, but those were one of the keystones of it. Is people always wanted shit, but they were not willing to be at the level of the thing they were expecting. And if I can say anything that he ever said made sense, it resonated with me because people always want the list. You gotta be a this. My girl gotta be a 10. How this size this? Flat stomach. This, that. And I'll be like,
and they walking around with bald head, no head.
Right.
no,
Big belly.
Santa Claus stomach. Thank you. No definition in the arms. So if you want me to be running around here looking like a track star.
Right.
Definition in the arms, honey. Amen. Okay.
Amen.
I'm gonna need that definition, honey. Okay.
So, one last thing. Do you all feel, and this is for everybody, do you all feel that what you want, whether it's a man or a woman, that is based on what phase you are in life? Because I personally believe that what I may have wanted in my 20s was very different than what I wanted in my 30s, was very different than what I wanted in my 40s, very different now while I'm in my 50s, right? So, I think there's different phases of people's lives of what's on their list, what's important, what's no longer important, that's just a compliment. It used to be on my list, but after living for a while, I realized that that's superficial, is not all that important. Do you all agree that at the end of the day, it really boils down to where you are in life and what you're trying to accomplish at the time of where you are in life?
I agree. It's all about growth.
It's all about growth, right?
Different stages of where you are, and some people want to be stuck in between, but you want to grow. So your list is going to be different. You're going to move a little differently. So everything is different. Society makes it that way as well. So, and you have to always, hate to say it, being single, you have a bar that's up.
Right.
So, but it's all about age, growth, and the difference in time. Because what you want in your teens, you would just hop anyway. But as you got older, things change.
Well, for the people who are
and it also depends on what you've been through as well. That means a lot as well.
Everybody's not maturing when they get older.
Exactly. They want to be stuck.
Yeah.
If I
Some
can't
people
grow with
still
you, I
living in their
can't be with
20s and their 50s.
Mm-hmm.
It's also life experiences. Amen.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what happens in your past? What are you doing now? How are you gonna make this work?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's natural too. I mean, if I have certain goals that I have set like at a young age, and then all of a sudden as I get older, I'm progressing, maybe hitting those milestones or whatever it may be, I got a new set of expectations. I got a new mindset. I've been through some things. I've been through maybe some hurt or some challenges that I face, and now I might want comfort in this area. Or now I might want to live this type of life instead. I mean, I think it's natural. I think, and even like when it comes in correlation to relationship, I think the biggest thing is just making sure that whether it be communication or just being in sync with each other, that you guys are moving forward together, all those different changes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is you growing or no?
Okay. So, I mean, because so people always say for women and men, right? We mature differently at different ages and such. And there have been times where I do find that to be true, and then sometimes not. And I think that's where you get in to some people where you see relationships and there's a big jump or a gap in age. People are like, oh, they're controlling the person. No, maybe they met a younger person that was already at their level, that had hit their peak, matured based on their life experience. And, and then here we are. Because we dismiss younger people all the time. And I'll use Elijah as an example. A lot of people might have heard that are listening now when you say he's 20, we're like, oh shit, 20? A lot of us are like, whoa, we didn't expect it or realize it. But you're speaking like a 20-year-old.
You're speaking.
You're not speaking like one. So it makes a difference. But some people would have cut you off already because they just heard 20. Then all of a sudden, you have nothing to bring to the table. Right? And that happens sometimes in relationships.
Can't assume either.
Right.
No, you can't.
Right.
And everyone is different. Life experiences, their maturities, their thinking process, how they go about things, their upbringing, all of those things play a role in where everyone is, no matter what their age is in their life.
Yes.
You'll get a 20-year-old that can hang with the older folk, and then you get the older folk that they're able to accept change and be able to keep up with the times, still communicate and reach out to the younger folks. So there's it's really about learning people, and this is also in relationships, men and women. You learn each other and you understand, and you don't just automatically come with your own thoughts of, oh, this person lived here, or this person did this, or this person is this, and you just come up with your own assumptions. You got to learn them and understand in order to make decisions about them, whether you want to pursue a relationship or whether you don't. That also includes their actions, how they communicate, how they come about in showing their intimacy, if that's important to you, whether they show protection or not, whether they feel like they support you or not. All those things, it doesn't matter. It's evaluating each other. So I agree with that. So I got last few comments here. I'm only going to put this up on the screen. I don't need any comments, sir.
She's looking at you, though.
So Liam says, me personally, I didn't ask. I just pick up and bring home food for everyone. Liam, I just want to let you know, don't you say a word. I will do that sometimes, but it may not be what the hell they want. So that is the reason why things get asked. Because I grew up in a generation where you got what the hell I bring home. And that is all it is. Leave it alone. Thank you very much.
You say
Liam says you are supposed to be a compliment to your mate and not compete with your mate. That is ride or die is what he said. Alea says, I agree with how long I've been alive so far. So she says she's 22. But not just that she's 22, she ain't been nowhere. Our daughter has been a true in the house. She has not dated. She has not been out and about nowhere but school and home, and maybe visit her friends around the corner. So my daughter at 22 has not lived a life that her mama grew up. At 22, I was doing a whole lot more and experiencing a lot more. My child has not done that. So she can only contribute to this conversation as much as she can, but she has not had any experience. She just goes by her observations. Liam says, I think you can grow and sometimes can grow apart from your partner and others grow together. I actually think, I think that occurs when you get both people who come together early, and this is not all of them, but they don't really get an opportunity to find out who they are because they become, mom, dad, husband, wife, all of that at the same time. And I'm talking about those who have like children and stuff together or whatever early. They never really know they don't know who they are because they always play mom or dad. So they always did something for somebody else and not for themselves. And there are some relationships I've seen that they stay forever, and then some of them they grow, and then they're like, I don't like the same thing that you like. I don't like the same thing you like either. And then things just start to get wonky, but people usually work it out. But it usually gets a little harder because it's a matter of that person. That's if that person starts to feel like, if they both start to feel like, you know what, I've never been out of this state. What's out there? I've never been out of this state, but that is true. That is true with some. We have a lot of people in our family who, they got married at 17, 16, my sister being one of them, and her and her husband was married for, how old is the oldest one? I think maybe 23 years or so to, no, I know
he older than that.
23. I'm talking about, but she had 3
okay.
and then she just had another one. So a lot of times, people have different interests later or whatever, and it's a matter of really sticking together to really say, okay, let's work through this, and you can get through it. It's definitely natural. Development is plastic. Development is plastic is a common saying in psychology for various reasons. What the hell does plastic mean? I don't like people enough, I fear. Oh Lord have mercy. Spoken like a true Virgo. Anyway, outside of this, I thought that this was a real good conversation. Was there anything that was not touched on in here with what men and women want? Because I think we understand each other, but it's really, I think sometimes it's a matter of just putting it into action. And you can talk about things, but can you really execute it? Does it really work?
Let me add a little bit more caveat on to the mustard on the bread. Sometimes acceptance.
Why it gotta be mustard on the bread? Why it can't be butter on the bread?
No, acceptance. See, I have accepted the fact that I'm gonna get bullied and I'm gonna have to get a cheeseburger and somebody gonna get papados and crab legs. I don't even fight back anymore.
And you shouldn't.
Acceptance. I accept it, because if I fight back, I got to get a tongue lashing, face come home, toe up, everything else. No, but let me tell you about my little one upstairs.
Oh my Lord.
Every time that she orders some Uber Eats, she called me on the phone. I'm down at working. Hey, Dad, I'm going to order some Uber Eats from XYZ. Do you want anything?
I don't get it.
And I said, okay, baby. You know what? I don't want nothing from there, but thank you.
Because you at work.
She don't do the hood wink. Hey, Daddy, are you hungry? What you feel like eating? Oh, okay. Knowing all the time she gonna eat lobster and steak and gonna set me up for burgers and fries. That's all. She don't never do that. Anyway, acceptance. For all of us on the pound of the night, one word that was left out, along with trust and love and loyalty and all that, acceptance. Accept the things that you can't change and just ride.
But you can change that.
No,
you're choosing not to.
I cannot change it.
You can, because like some of our other esteemed panelists said, take charge in that. Why I gotta be the one to figure out your meal? You figure it out. Why don't you tell me we have a lobster and steak tonight? Baby, yet, why I gotta bring it home? When I come through the door, be like, baby, don't put your stuff down. You tired? You too tired? Let's go eat. I'm taking us out tonight.
Or I ordered food in.
Oh, I ordered it. It's on the way.
Wait. That's a given. The king's cooking dinner tomorrow.
No. It's not a given because you crying now about your McDonald's to lobster. So it wasn't a given.
I'm talking about that facade that I get when I get that phone call. Now, I don't have no problem going out to dinner. We go out, spend money, do whatever. I just don't like that facade.
When you pick and choose.
What are y'all eating? Oh, we I don't know. What are you getting?
Okay.
Don't worry about what I'm getting.
Listen,
you know what? You know how you solve this? Go and put your meals in. Go and put your dinner meals in. When your wife put her lunch meals in, you can have you some lobster and steak at night. At night. Prepared by a really great. What's her name? Oh, that girl Nay. You know her. You know her. She live up the street. You can have you a great meal.
Liam said, "Can you walk it like you talk?"
That's all I'm saying. I like
Hold
that.
on.
Ain't that a song or a dance or something?
It is.
Liam also said you can pretend that burger is a steak. They both come from the same cow.
You either eating from the ass or from the shoulder. Which one are you doing?
It don't matter. It's from the cow.
You can't do that when you sitting across the table from somebody eating damn filet mignon and you eating damn McDonald's.
And you should have got you a Wagyu burger. Get with Five Guys, my boy. Get with somebody else. Get you a better burger.
No, I'm gonna sit over there and get a stank face look like I always do, and I'm gonna say stuff up under my breath, and then me and the baby gonna talk about her when she ain't around.
So that's what you like.
Whatever.
I think I'm talking
smack.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Anyway, this has been a wonderful live. Thank you all, everybody. Does anybody have any final comments or anything before we chime out? Thank you all so much. I appreciate all of you. Lenora and Elia, thank you both for coming in. I would love to have you back.
Absolutely. Let us know. Thanks for having us. I appreciate it.
Once a month, every month. And I already have in my head what the topic is for next month. I can send that out.
Okay.
All right.
So definitely.
Acceptance.
How not to be a peasant.
You know what? Those would be some good topics. We're gonna have to expand on that. Most definitely.
That sounds like peasants be accepting.
Right. Starring.
Look at Timmy.
I know what both of y'all stay.
And I'm ready. I ain't scared.
Let go.
All right, thanks for having us.
I appreciate you all. You all have a good evening.
Kings and queens. Kings and queens. Remember that. Kings and queens.
Toast to that. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the They done baptized the bad guy. Still don't follow religion. The fabric's not average. The cotton's Egyptian. 500 for the shoes come dirty, but the European. Less is more and less is the bank. Up the score, I pull up from trade. From the tray, I'm ballin' like trade. Do what I can, I do what you can't. I wrote this 30,000 feet up, 10 toes stay G'd up. I'm tryna get that type of wealth, like a house on the hills can't see us. Say the money still me up, stay humble, stay teed up. I don't tell you how to live, so don't hit me with no weak stuff. And if you know the deal, then you know the deal. If it's real, then you know it's real. Toast. Let's have a toast for the real ones.